Oh wow! Okay,
that-
we got a little R&B action happening. Hello, everybody! Welcome to my stream, and we're here in the internet land with the Brittany and the Andrea.
Yeah.
But she's over there because she's doing our producer stuff.
Just making sure the audio is coming through.
Listen,
No, I understand.
we had an experience here. We were in the studio, and then it sounded like there was a fucking airplane in here, except for the airplane were wings coming from the biggest bumblebee I've ever seen in my entire life.
He was a friendly little bee.
And he found a little corner at the top of the studio where there's a whole bunch of like echo things going on, and so it sounded
like
a jet.
you were being surrounded by bees.
It was terrifying.
It was very strange.
I knew I was screwed when Andrea started freaking out because I freak out around bees, so we needed Steimer to help us.
I mean, like, I also freaked out because nobody wants to get stung. It's not a thing.
No.
Hello.
And granted, I don't know that a bumblebee's first instinct is to sting you, especially that one. That was real fluffy. And
I don't care. It was the size of my head.
Fun fact: like on more than one occasion, this has happened to me. Bumblebees will fly into my eye and bounce off.
What?
What? Into
Like-
your eye?
Like my eyes, and they always manage to do it as I'm blinking, and so like it's not like it's just
Are you
the eyelid.
catching bees between your eyelashes?
I don't know, but no, because they literally like it's like blink and they go boop
So
and
they-
like fly off.
So they hit your eyelid. It's not like they get into your eye goops and get like
Correct,
entangled
correct.
like a fucking
No.
bug in a web.
They boop my eyelid and then like fly
Simer,
away.
if that ever happened, I would drop dead of a goddamn heart attack.
it was
I mean, how many times does this happen to you?
3.
3 times?
No, no. I don't know why. I don't know how. It's a very strange occurrence that seems.
That's not normal, Simer.
Well, okay, so there's that happens to me, and then the other thing that happens to me that's very odd and multiple
Do you
times.
get pooped on a lot?
No. I wish, honestly, I would take that over what happens, and that's in grocery stores or like convenience stores, like a Target. Spiders will find me and like hop on my shoulder.
Nope.
And I had a spaz attack in the middle of a Target aisle because of that one time. And I just like, I saw out of the corner of my eye, I looked over, and there was literally just a spider hanging out on my shoulder.
No.
And I just, like, I would like to see the security footage of that because I just freaked out in the middle of this aisle.
It's like you're being possessed.
I'm trying to find
Yeah.
the
And that happened in the grocery
responses
store, too.
for the questions. Is it in the shared Google folder?
I don't know where the answers go.
Dang it. I gotta find the answers.
Gotta find the answers to the Google Doc.
Oh, I bet you it's in the other email.
That sounds terrifying. My mom the other day, she freaked out because she was running a hand through her hair and she thought she felt like something in there.
Uh-huh.
And then she's like, okay, no,
Was it
it
a
was
tick?
nothing. No, not a tick
found
from
him.
Andrea's aunts and uncles. No, but then she found a big bite on the back of her head. So it turns out there was
Something
an
bitter?
insect on the back of her head. Like something big. Like she felt it with
Like
her
a-
hand.
Have you ever been bitten by a horsefly?
Yes.
No.
Those motherfuckers hurt.
I wasn't.
refuse.
The funny thing that I don't remember it hurt. Well, maybe it did, but like I just remember being shocked because I'd never heard of horseflies. I think before, like knew that a fly could bite you, like in general. And I remember like something landed. It was the fly landed on me, and then like when I went to like shoo it away, there was blood, and I was like, I was so confused. I was like, Dad. I was just mostly in shock / confused. Because I didn't
So they
know
bite.
how
Because
it
I've
was
seen
possible.
them. So if the buzzing of insects is like one of my number one fears.
It's not a great sound.
Same. I like
It's
will
terrible.
go full freak out if there's a buzzing near my ear.
Yeah, same here.
If you
Yeah,
want to see
great.
me like spaz out
That's-
like to the max.
Yeah.
I've literally jumped out of moving vehicles before. Not moving quickly, but if like a bee would get in the back seat and we're just pulling out of a spot because we'd leave the windows cracked and a bug would fly in, like the car would be backing up and I would hop out and run. It's not good. I shouldn't drive in the
Chris
summer.
Livornia says, "What do I think of the tarantula scenes in Home Alone?" I don't remember the tarantula scenes, but also I used to work with a tarantula. Like I had to take the tarantula out.
Did you miss that secret segment where she
Yeah.
talked about her
Yeah.
time
Go back and watch it.
wrangling reptiles?
Yeah.
All right, so we've got some questions. Welcome to your monthly happy hour Q&A. We're so glad you guys could be here with us. It's going to be great. I was supposed to make frosé, but I ran out of time because there were bees in the studio. So maybe I'll make it like halfway through.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. What is frosé? Tell
So
ladies and gentlemen.
frosé is essentially slushy, an alcoholic adult slushy made out of rosé, wine, and vodka.
Oh yeah.
So we're just drinking rosé right now. Let us
Yeah.
know what you guys are
I mean-
drinking in the chat. Brittany, of course, is drinking probably whiskey. It's whiskey.
I like that you brought me the whole
Can
bottle.
I get you a cup
Yeah.
that says very definitely whiskey?
Yes, please do.
I don't know how to make it. But I'll
And
figure
we
it out.
have these little custom shot glasses. Did you tweet these?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
So,
from Ozzy.
friend of the show and patron Ozzy Mejia very kindly sent us these amazing shot glasses. This one has a Paragon from Mass Effect wing on it. This one has the 2 Keyblades.
Kingdom Hearts.
That one has
Zelda crest.
The Master Shield from Zelda.
Oh,
The
that's what that
Master
is.
Shield.
LOL. I'm such a Zelda noob.
What do you call
I just called it a
No,
crest.
it's the healing shield, but that's fine.
It's a
Well,
healing
whatever.
shield?
No, it's all good. And then this is the hat from Persona 5.
Yeah, it's the
And
yeah, the
he sent
logo.
these to us in celebration of our 1-year anniversary.
Which
It's
is
so
very,
cute.
very
Sweet.
kind. So they're really fun. So we're gonna put those to use. First question. Hi, can we get a whiskey cabinet in the studio? Yes,
As
we
soon
can.
as we get a wine
Who-
fridge,
who
we can have
submitted
a
that
whiskey
question?
cabinet.
Nobody. They didn't put their name.
It was
It
me.
was her.
Oh, Britt, were you just testing the link?
No.
This is a legitimate
It's
question.
a legitimate question. Of course, it fucking is a legitimate question.
Do you want like like one of these shelves back here to become?
What do you call
Wait,
it?
what is a whiskey
Yeah,
cabinet?
is it called a cabinet or a residential bartender? Is it a cabinet or is it like a whiskey chest or a whiskey jar? Oh.
I'm confused as to what you're talking about. Is this an actual?
Like, what do
thing?
I store my whiskey in? Like, a wine has a wine
A hutch, a whiskey hutch.
whiskey hutch.
What's a what?
A whiskey hutch.
We would get a hutch and then store it inside the hutch.
Well,
'Cause you don't need a
wouldn't just
fridge.
put it on shelf.
I
I mean, we could just put it on a shelf. Yeah, we could
Sure.
clear off some toys and make room for some whiskey and have
Yeah.
a whiskey shelf.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I have been thinking about redesigning the studio
With more booze in mind, because
because I want to get new I want to get new cameras and I
the
want to
wine.
upgrade I want to change out the furniture.
Mm-hmm.
I like these chairs.
I do too, but this thing here, this
oh
couch,
yeah. This couch is.
it has it served its purpose, but it's too long.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Where's the pillow? Also, I love that Lazaro is saying I was drinking water since I work in 6 hours. 6 hours is more than
You
enough
got
time to sober
time.
No.
up. Just saying.
Don't do that. Because last night I went out with
Oh,
it was like a
boy.
team dinner thing, and I drank I could walk to this place, so I just drank a lot. And it's like I've been feeling better now, so like I can drink.
Sorry, there's a flying insect.
There's a very tiny fly. I
Oh,
saw
God.
it.
What's up
Um,
with these bugs trying to eat our lives? Good.
and
that
so
time
I
of
was
year.
like real drunk.
You had a good time.
You can see them on my Instagram stories if they haven't gone away yet. And
Oh, dang,
woke
where's
up
my
this
phone?
morning and was like,
Inside, I
I'm
guess.
still drunk.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I went to Starbucks, got myself a bagel and like some water and juice, and was
No, we
okay.
got some really cute emotional messages from Steimer last night, and they made us feel warm and fuzzy.
Drunk text. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so our first legitimate question.
Hey.
Which, by the way, if you guys want to submit questions, I believe Joe dropped the link in the chat. Of course, this is your Q&A. So in order for us to give you the A's, you got to give us the Q's.
Oh
um,
boy, I like that. That was fun.
Yeah. So the first one, also not accredited. Somebody didn't put their name. So since people have been talking about the Detroit event, how was it? Dying to know, please. Should we be worried, hyped, or tame expectations? So we didn't actually go. It fell on the same day of the State of Decay event. And we had committed to the State of Decay event first. And so we regretfully had to tell PlayStation that we can't make it down to check out Detroit. So we can't give you any preview impressions from that specific event. But the demo is live today on the PlayStation Store. So if you want to check it out for yourself for free, you can do that. And I don't know if we'll have time to do that before the podcast recording.
Is it the
Maybe?
same demo as the one that was at PSX?
Yeah, probably.
I
the
think
hostage?
I think so.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't checked it out though.
It's at a point where I don't need to play anymore.
I don't need to
Detroit.
play anymore
I don't
this
want
game.
I don't want
Yeah.
anything else to be spoiled. I've seen enough. I'm gonna play it.
Yeah,
I'm good.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in that spot where I'm like, I'm just waiting for the actual game to come out.
Hi Ozzy, welcome. We were just talking about your shot glasses.
Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
So Molly wants to know, what are each of your favorite memories from year one WGG? What do you hope to do in year two? Molly, unfortunately, I'm going to put a pin in this because we are going to expand upon your question at length in an upcoming podcast segment. There's no way we could do that question justice
Yeah.
in the short amount of time that we have together here in the Happy Hour Q&A. So I love this question. It's great. Know that you're going to get a very lengthy discussion about it soon.
Yeah, girl.
Like the
So if you would like to
discussions.
submit a replacement question, please do.
I like some length.
You've talked about how uninterested you were in the God of War series before this latest entry, asks Charles. Are there any other series you would be particularly interested in seeing receive a redesign that might make it more appealing to you?
Metal
Huh.
Gear Solid.
Oh, that's a
Ooh,
good one.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not.
No, me neither.
That doesn't really do it for me.
Let's see.
Definitely not into it.
I'm trying to think if there's other like. Because the main thing that wasn't super appealing to me about God of War was the real disgusting, in my opinion, gore, and Kratos just being like testosterone, toxic dude bro. And so I'm trying to think if there's other characters like that. I'm sure that there are, but
You know,
Off the
a
top of my
series I
head
never
is-
got into, and I don't know if it would need a reboot, would be Devil May Cry. That's something I've been
Oh.
into. And Castlevania as well. Those are, I don't know if a reboot. I shouldn't need a reboot.
If
but-
they made Castlevania like open world,
I would like to hunt the monsters.
Hunt all the monsters.
I could be into
And
that.
be a lady vampire
Pokemon?
hunter.
Pokemon definitely needs a revamp.
Yeah, it needs a bit of a refresh.
Yeah.
If they like Breath of the Wild Pokemon,
Oh.
If they God of War Pokemon,
that might be a little bit of a rough
Boy.
transition.
boy,
Boy.
Boy,
What do these
Boy.
runes say, boy?
boy, over here, boy.
Boy.
read me the song of your people.
Pika? Boy. Anyway.
I don't
Um,
mind the
Metal Gear's a good
gruff-bearded
answer.
man. It's more, it's.
I don't mind the gruff bearded men.
I'm trying to like look
like
at the
The
games
Last
on
of
your
Us.
shelf now and see if there's anything that sticks out.
Mass Effect?
Yeah, can we get a better
No.
Mass Effect?
Don't you touch Mass Effect.
You don't want to touch it.
Can't touch this.
I just want more of the same.
Do you?
I want more Mass Effect 2 is really what I want.
I want more Mass Effect 1, but like better done. I liked the formula and the.
You mean you want
Concept.
a remake? You want a remake of Mass Effect 1?
Actually, that would be pretty cool.
Oh, I'd be so into that.
Stick that in my body.
Yeah,
that would be
so
fucking
Tim,
awesome.
Tim recently asked me on Games Daily what my like all-time like jaw-dropping like Gatorade get hype moment would be for like an announcement. And I said if they remade the Mass Effect trilogy for new consoles.
You know what I'm hoping will happen, which won't happen, is this is the 20-year anniversary of Ocarina of Time. If Nintendo is like, hey, you want a brand fucking shiny new ass Ocarina of Time, that would be
For
my
Switch?
Yeah, that would be my get hype moment.
That'd be cool.
I would.
If they
shit.
like rebuilt
If
it.
they were
just
like, we're gonna Final
completely-
Fantasy 7 this,
not Final Fantasy, no, because
but not episodic.
What
but,
about like Majora's Mask, like the reboot for that?
Nah.
Well, that wasn't really a reboot. That was just like a straight remaster, right?
no, oh, you're talking for what 3DS?
Yeah.
Oh, like what they did with Ocarina of Time?
Yeah.
'Cause-
Would you want something more?
No, I just want it to be like yeah. I think it would have to be built up from the ground up, like push that Switch hardware to the max. Maybe throw in some new dungeons from the Zelda Ura or whatever the fuck it was. Some probably knows what I'm talking about. It was this N64 Double D game that never came out. Double D. Throw in some new dungeons, some new Skulltula, some heart pieces. People understand what I'm talking about here. The disc drive.
you're talking about boobs.
Talking about boobs, yes. We can say I'm talking about boobs. I would love that. That would be I would die. I would turn into a pile of blonde hair and a Triforce, and my life would be complete.
I have quite a collection of games behind me.
I know. I'm just like taking a peek, and I'm like, I mean, there's a lot of things that like don't interest me, but I don't know how they could interest me. One of the things I saw was Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
I'm not
yeah.
into scary things,
Silent
though, so like I
Hill
don't know how
2?
they could possibly
One of the greatest hits of the PlayStation
make
2,
that.
right here.
Silent Hill.
Oh my
Not okay. I was like,
Holy shit, you guys! Holy shit!
I think I just had a heart attack on camera. Because he just jumped out of a fucking door.
Oh my god! Look at that chair. It's just there.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Oh my
scare
god!
anybody.
Hi, you're
She
here,
lives.
and you're wearing your hippo shirt.
wearing my hippo
Oh my
shirt.
god! Everybody, Alexa Ray Korea.
Hello. I
Whoop,
drove.
whoop.
I was so excited when I was driving over. I actually drove onto your curb.
What?
I think my car's not okay, but your curb is fine.
Kathy says I fucking jumped at my desk. I don't blame you.
Can I just
also
stare at
jumped.
you all day?
Yes. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
You're so pretty.
Oh, I like your pink nails.
I like your hair.
We were
Wow.
just
Hi,
yes,
friends.
she's back as a blonde, ladies and gentlemen. What she didn't want to
did.
tell you is that it took 3 months to convert her hair color.
Yeah, that's
what
where I
it does
was.
take a long time.
She had to go into hiding.
Yeah, that's like some weird. There's some
pillow?
weird transition things. Yeah,
It used to be inside and now it's outside.
I think I pulled a muscle,
you may have.
but that was worth it. It's okay.
I think it was like the pounding on the door that was like frightened us all.
I went just
you
went
just
for
like
it. I like
you just
stuck my
threw your
finger
whole
on
body
the lock.
into the door.
I actually took a few steps back and I was like, okay, you just got to run in and do it because if you
Did
fuck
a
this
running
up, it's going to be really awkward.
Yeah, you can't just open it up and be like, guys.
So I just, yeah.
That was like when
Did
you and I
someone
were playing.
screenshot that, please.
Yeah,
I
can
feel
someone
like it,
tweet
yeah.
that to the What's Good Games account? That would be awesome.
What were we playing when Andrea jumped in? Because that's what I just flashed back to that moment.
I was-
Slenderman?
No, I
No.
was. Oh, yes, it was Slender Man.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. And
Yeah.
she just did the same thing you just did, but we're in the dark playing a scary game.
Yeah,
and
so
I
this was during
think
when
I
we were doing
died.
production for Lights Off, our Facebook Scary Games series. And what happened was I was inside the house while they were shooting their episode out here, and I could hear them screaming, and I'm just like, oh my god, I have to like go out there and spook them. So
And you
I like
did.
waited for like a lull in the action, and then I was like, and then they
Oh my
screamed again.
God.
It was
And then
really funny.
it was basically that moment that just happened for all of us.
Tell us about
I'm
Kingdom Hearts.
sorry.
Tell us all the things about Kingdom Hearts.
Which part?
I don't know. How do you feel? Tell us about Final Fantasy
Very-
15. You and I have that. We have
There's-
so
we have a
much
lot
to
of
talk
catch
I
about.
have a
to
lot
do.
of
I have
feelings.
so much to talk to
We
you
could
about.
probably talk about all of those things soon. I have all of these questions, Alexa Ray. So I guess if you guys want to ask specific questions
What
that
happened?
are geared towards Alexa,
Oh
you
no,
can drop
I don't
them in
want
the
to
chat.
gank
But
the QA.
No,
Um,
gank
yeah.
that shit.
Is it? Yeah,
Gank.
Gank
Gank?
it.
gank it.
Gank.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 15. Alexa Ray.
Oh my god.
What about it?
There's it's not gonna die. It's never gonna die.
Oh.
It
It-
really
We haven't
needs to
talked about
end-
this yet.
This
so this
is a
exciting.
game
So
that never ends. Yes,
The
it
thing
goes
that-
on.
The thing
That's
that
right.
kind of like makes me feel really uneasy about all of this is Tabata's not working on it anymore.
oh,
They started a whole new studio called Luminous Productions to work with the engine and stuff within Square Enix, and Tabata went over to it along with most of BD2.
Mhm.
And so the people who are still working on Final Fantasy 15, I don't know who they are.
oh, that's
Yeah,
that's
but
a little
wouldn't they have
cringeworthy.
left like directives of some kind.
Yeah, they probably left directives like please make DLC through 2019.
and like here's like kind of the plot points you can
Hmm.
do.
Okay, we can
maybe?
chat about this.
probably definitely, but I
But those are really important stories that they're going to talk about during the DLC. Luna Freya and Arden. And it's like how you can't screw that up. That's something we've kind of been waiting since the game launched. You know, to kind of know
Yes.
more about the story.
yeah.
What?
I just saw this.
Oh, my
ring
fingers
and
are
I
swollen
liked
as
it.
fuck. My grandma
Oh.
gave this to me. My grandma who plays video games. Gave
Why are
this to
your
me.
fingers
pretty.
swollen?
'Cause I'm hot and sweaty.
She's hot, and then there was a bee, and,
And
it
I saw-
scared
it's
us,
you. I
and
saw you,
scared
and I
us,
got-
and
I
we're
am the
sweaty.
bee.
Like most
Oh my God,
things,
you
I
turned it-
swell when
you
I say Alexa
transformed.
Ray.
What if you?
I am the
Because the
bee
bee
now.
went back outside. What if you were the bee?
Andrea.
What if the bee was me and I could transform
if
into
it's-
bees now?
I was about to say, like, what is that called in Harry Potter when you
Oh.
can do that? Well, you can transform into one animal. There's a specific word. And I, can't
I was
remember what it
thinking Animorphs, but that's not Harry Potter.
Animorphs.
is. Animorphs is great.
It's not Harry Potter.
I always like the covers of Animorphs because it was like there always that awkward transition from like animal to human
Poor
where they
Tobias
just like
is stuck as a hawk.
where they look like a thing out of nightmares.
Oh yeah, that really is.
Yeah. Animagus.
Animagus. Yes.
Animagus.
Thank you,
Oh.
Emma. Animagus.
Well,
Your Animagus is a bee.
as a bee, I'm
Eh.
allergic to bees, so that would be very ironic.
Do you need a beverage?
Okay.
Okay, I'll go
Would
get
you like
a beverage.
a shot of whiskey? No, I'm just kidding.
I checked.
Did you see the shot glasses Ozzy sent us?
I checked Twitter before I left the house, and I saw this, and I tweeted, "I need to use this now," and then got in my car and drove over.
Perfect.
Amazing. Well, there's bourbon there. Just let me ask one question here, and then I'll head inside and get you a drink.
Cool.
So it says, from magazines to websites to influencers, I had podcasts and streamers. What do you think is the next evolutionary step in video game coverage? Love the show from John Cho. Not the guy from Harold and Kumar, but I wish I was. LOL.
I've never seen the Harold and Kumars.
I haven't either.
Well,
What?
he's the actor
Oh,
that
cool.
plays Harold.
Cool.
That over my head.
So, this is interesting. What do you think is the next evolutionary step in game coverage? Well, I think we're still in the middle of the current evolutionary step, which is streaming, and also coverage like we saw in this morning's Destiny reveal, where no longer are game studios relying on major media outlets like IGN and GameSpot to deliver their breaking news. They are going to just break the news themselves with their own in-house staff on their own streams on their proprietary channels. Because what better way to control the message than to give the message yourself instead of providing people like us with
Although I'd argue they didn't do a great job of that today.
Wait,
I
what
would
happened?
agree with you.
What happened? What happened?
Oh, girl,
Oh.
we're going to talk
didn't-
about
Oh
it.
no! Did a Destiny thing happen?
Yes.
Destiny thing happened.
Destiny thing.
A Destiny thing most certainly
Most
happened.
certainly
So I don't know if anybody else has anything further to offer to that.
That's
Maybe?
pretty much
Yeah.
it.
I mean, that's kind of it. I mean, especially with everyone wanting transparency and honesty, I feel like yeah,
John, this is a great question, but I think it's maybe a little too deep for what we're going for.
we're drinking.
Yeah.
I'm
This
not
one
yet.
though, please imagine if all of you visited a bar together.
Oh, we've done
And the
this.
bartender
happened.
asked each of you to create a cocktail that he would name after you
Oh
to
boy.
permanently add to their drink menu.
Oh no.
What concoction
much
would
pressure.
each of you come up with to represent you on the bar's menu? Says Greg H. You guys think about that.
no.
I'm going to get Alexa a drink. I'll be right back.
Yours would have to be something with whiskey in it.
Mine would be called the Be Nasty.
Oh, that's okay.
Be-
Like a
it-
D&D character.
B nasty or BEE
I
nasty?
think B
I
like
think
the letter
just like
B.
capital B, capital N.
Okay, because you
One
have a thing
word.
with
Oh, one
bees.
word. Okay.
do have a thing
So
with
like an
bees.
online moniker thing. Yeah.
Just Be Nasty and straight whiskey. I think that would be my drink.
That's not a cocktail.
That's not a cocktail.
Add some ice to it.
What
That's
flavors
not a
do you
cocktail.
like? Like what? Like when you have like a cookie or a thing.
A chocolate chip whiskey drink.
Can you put chocolate in whiskey?
Sure.
I like eating chocolate and whiskey at the same time. Like,
There,
what if it-
okay,
whiskey.
there is a Cocoa Puffs infused old fashioned at a restaurant that I know in LA.
What?
They infuse their whiskey with Cocoa Puffs.
Okay, like where has this been my whole life? What restaurant
It's
is
called
this? Tell me.
Nighthawk. It's
Nighthawk, okay.
in Venice.
trying
And
to-
they
I'm
kind
trying
of
to-
do like boozy cereal
Is it
drinks.
good? Have you had this?
I haven't had it. I've had their boozy cereal drinks, so I have had like it's cereal milk with like vodka or gin or like something. So like so
What?
that the milk tastes like the sugary cereal. If that makes sense?
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
Momofuku does that
Yes.
with the cereal milk.
Similar. It's a very similar. It's a similar place.
Your fingers are so soft.
Oh, thank you.
Oh. What about you, Alexa? Ray?
Just,
What
like,
was your
finger
drink be?
bang over here.
I would probably because I've done a lot of drinking over the past 3 months, and I've had quite a lot of alcohol. And
Aren't we all?
I had a night, and I took tequila and then blood orange juice that I squeezed with my
Ooh.
own hands,
Yeah, you did, you badass.
and then I dumped a shot of sake in it.
Ooh, how was that?
Burned.
Yeah.
It was like on like when you smelled it, it smelled like
Did it singe
just
your
straight
nostrils?
up. Yeah, it singed your nostrils, and then you take the sip, and first it's sweet, and then you swallow it, and then it's like, oh fuck, what have I done? Which is pretty much my life.
Yeah. It's true.
All I see from Krista in the chat is they have s'mores margaritas, and I
That's-
say no.
I don't know what that would be like.
What?
S'more margarita?
S'mores.
What is that?
But a margarita.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that-
I don't know how you make that.
I don't
What?
know.
Is it with I think maybe she said it was with Bailey.
Bailey's is like, I know what Bailey's
Bailey's
is.
But
is
like,
delicious.
but Bailey's in a margarita doesn't make sense because there's lime juice in a margarita, and Bailey's and lime juice do not go together. In fact,
No.
when you mix lime juice and Bailey's, it makes a specialty drink called a cement mixer. Or sometimes
Why is it called a cement mixer?
because
Does
when
it
you
taste
put
like
Bailey's in lime juice, it curdles.
Ah.
The idea is that you have to put it in your mouth and swish it in your mouth, and it'll start to curdle in your mouth.
Why
as
would
you're
you
drinking
wanna
it.
do that?
It's a thing. Or what you can do is you can put the Bailey's in a shot of lime juice and watch it curdle, and then you put a drop of grenadine in there, and it looks like a Halloween-y gross like brain drink.
No.
No thanks.
Huh.
No,
I
thank you,
don't
sir.
prefer, I don't want my drinks to be clumpy in my mouth. No thanks.
Yeah, no,
No.
it's
I
definitely.
don't want anything
want
clumpy in my mouth. Like,
Yeah, like,
It's definitely gross.
Nope.
Do you guys remember what we picked? Was it a Mai Tai that was our specialty drink at our E3 party last year?
I have a picture
Remember
of
the
it.
what's
something
it was
like
it was a
that.
Mai Tai.
what's good for what ails you or
I
something?
will find
it
this
was
in
called?
like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Is it a Mai Tai?
I don't know if I would do like something like a margarita or I don't know. Or like I'm really into Moscow mules. I'm not creative enough to like come up with a original drink here.
No, me neither. I just know whiskey
That can be the name
straight.
of your drink.
The unoriginal.
The
It could be a
Original?
Moscow Mule with a lot of salt.
Ooh, I
the
would
rim.
do I would do a loaded mimosa, and it would be with really good champagne, so like Chandon Brut or above. And then do or above, depending on how expensive you want this to be. And then you do half an ounce of Grand Marnier, and then you put fresh squeezed sieved orange juice. No pulp at all. Zero
Sieved.
pulp.
You're too goddamn fancy. Okay, so it was called What's Good for What Ails You? Rum and coconut water, black strap, fresh coconut water served with a spoon.
What?
But they didn't have that, so then it became a Mai Tai.
Oh.
Oh well,
Yeah.
a drink happened.
A drink happened,
drink
and we had a
happens.
drink. It was our first official drink, and it was great.
Cocoa fashioned. Did you say something about a cocoa fashioned?
So there's a bar it's a restaurant in Venice called Nighthawk, and they have a Cocoa Puffs infused whiskey old fashioned.
Huh. I'm still curious about this.
Yeah.
When I went to the Kingdom Hearts concert, there was a drink called the Heartless, and it was a Long Island iced tea with like some kind of blackberry thing in it. It tasted gnarly.
Ooh. Okay.
I bet that got you fucked up real
Yeah,
fast.
I had 3 Heartless and then cried
Holy
my
shit,
eyes out
bro.
after
Then
intermission.
you became
I
Heart. That
worked
was
at
a good
this
heavy
Yeah.
mix.
I worked at this one martini bar where we had a very delicious blackberry lemon drop. And it was like smashed blackberries with fresh lemon with Grey Goose citron vodka.
That sounds fucking delicious.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
amazing. We could make these.
Oh my god. This is why I love
Let's
coming
drink
here.
all
Let's
day.
just drink.
That's what
so many
yeah,
different
let's
things.
just drink. It's a great time.
All right, next question. Did everybody answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of.
With E3 coming closer and closer, what are some predictions you have, both realistic and way out there? If that question has already been asked, what's your favorite Stephen King novel or movie? Asks Elmo.
That's a hard pivot.
That is a hard
So no one asked the E3 question yet. We obviously will be doing an E3 prediction show.
Yeah, we're going to do that pretty soon.
I
closer,
predict
yeah.
There will be video games.
In May, at the end of May.
What do you think?
Hmm?
Said I predict there'll be video games. What do you think?
Kingdom Hearts delayed to 2019.
Oh, no.
I don't know, ma'am.
Yeah.
Tim
I-
seems
so-
to think they're sticking to their guns at 2018, and I
I-
agree with you. I think they're going to delay.
So
Yeah.
full disclosure, I got invited to that event to go see it next month. This month. Next
I
month.
was invited too, but
Next
I can't
month.
go. I'm so sad.
Not quite.
I honestly feel like something's gonna happen and it'll probably get pushed. They might push it for polish, they might push it for something to get added because I feel like they very much work around like public opinion and stuff, especially for that series, even though that series is 1,000 years old.
They're like, we need to remake Goofy and Monsters Inc. Everyone thinks he looks stupid.
oh my god, I saw that and I was at PT, so I was strapped up to my electrodes in my little blanket with my one arm hanging out checking my phone, and my roommate texted me and she's like, did you see this? And then texted me that photo, and I went, what the fuck is this? And she's like, Monsters Inc. is real in Kingdom Hearts. I was like, okay. And I'm watching the trailer and it actually froze on a screen where like Goofy's mouth was like open, and I was like, no, this can't be final. This cannot be a final design. I was so annoyed. I was like huffing and puffing in the corner, and my therapist came over and was like, "Are you okay? Your heart monitor is spiking." And I'm like,
It's
"Did
like,
you see
it's like
this?"
the thing again where you're
Yeah, it reminds you of
your
your
thing
thing.
buzz and it's like
The look on your face is
job.
fucking precious.
I was
Did you
just
see
she's
this?
like, "Did you see this?" And they're like,
What?
What is
What
it?
is
and I just huffed out of there, and it like ruined my whole day. I can't get over it. It's not okay.
It's
It's not okay.
It's a choice.
I'm with you.
Goth furry
choice.
Sora, okay, maybe. I'll let you have that one, Nomura. But creepy ass Gooby with the floating eye
Derp,
and
derp,
the
derp.
black hole of the mouth with like the no,
Well,
I
he's
can't.
supposed to be a monster.
But he's a derp.
Well, they succeeded, but he also looks stupid.
Like that's not a monster that would scare you. That's a monster that you'd be like, "Are you
Yeah,
okay?"
that's the monster that jumps out of the closet, and you're like, oh,
You're like,
honey,
Oh.
honey.
Yeah. You're just like you're like, "Oh, ah." Like you're just like, "I feel bad for you, so I'm going to go like pretend like I'm scared."
Honey,
Yeah.
go back in there.
I feel like Mikey's character is like that too, though. He's not like a scary character.
He's only got one eye. He is
Mike
a giant
Wazowski.
eye.
Mike Wazowski.
He's
Oh my
just
God.
a giant eye. You don't think you'd be scared of a giant eye running at you?
Yeah.
Not if he talks like Mike Wazowski
No,
does.
okay, yeah. Billy Crystal's a funny man, so yes.
I went to Disney World in February, and we went to the Monsters Inc. laugh floor, and they
Oh, I've
have
done
like
that.
they
Yeah.
have like the computer screen and they have someone as Mike Wazowski.
What's a
Like
laugh
talking, it's a Personator run real life improv. So everyone,
Oh.
so all the actors are behind the screen with like facial capture tech on,
Oh,
and then the
weird.
monsters are
That's
on the
cool.
screen. And Mike Wazowski came out, and no joke, like 5 kids started crying.
No.
it was pretty.
That's pretty
And of course, they
awesome.
called out like the crying kids.
Of
but
course, yeah.
pretty scary. Pretty
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
TLDR. Pretty scary.
I would be a little. Yeah, I would be scared.
Yeah, it's fun. They pick on people in the crowd.
Pretty scary.
What
pretty
were we
scary.
talking about?
I don't know.
We were talking about E3 predictions.
Halo.
Oh.
Mike
6.
Wazowski.
Halo.
That's my E3 prediction.
I'm with you, Britt.
Halo.
They have to. They have to bring back Halo.
Something. My
Honestly,
God.
I think what they need to do is say
Big game.
Halo 6 is out in September.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah. A little like 30-second teaser ain't gonna cut it. That shit needs to be out.
Yeah, if they
Coming out.
push all of their major first party titles, like
Like
the,
what?
like the AAA's, like
Crackdown.
Gears,
Gears.
Crackdown,
Oh,
Halo.
yeah, where is
Coming out.
Crackdown?
Crackdown's
Where did it
just
go?
Weird limbo
Where did
land.
it go?
got delayed into the ether.
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
Where have I
I'm
been?
sad. I just
Where
wanna
have you
smash
been?
it
You've
with
been in
you.
our hearts.
Been in a hole with strapped to electrodes.
Open world or linear? Overall, which has given you the best story experience? Asks
Someone.
somebody.
I mean, I think that obviously linear gives you the best story experience because in open world it's too hard. Like, look at Far Cry compared to.
Well, I mean, sure.
Oh my god, Far Cry.
Far Cry. I feel like an open world, though, if it's done correctly, can help you feel more immersed into the world and like really get like the culture of the world. Like in Witcher 3, when you're romping around, you come across all these like little villages, and you're like, oh, you people, you poor people.
The
You're
Witcher
dying.
yeah, I guess it's more
Romping?
like
Romping.
Witcher has like a very linear. I guess it's different. It had an open world, but in the way that like the problem with Far Cry was that they
Oh, they're
had
doing, like,
different regions kind of broken out where you're not sure which one they're doing
Far Cry is
first.
like a
and
weird game.
It is a weird.
I think it's the combo that gives the best
Yeah.
because think about God of War recently. Think
Oh, boy.
about BioShock.
yeah.
Not really fully open world, but exploratory areas, but mostly the story's linear.
Yes, I like.
it's a
I like
combo.
both. I like that combo
Yeah.
because I don't just because open world tends to get fatigued at some point.
It's very
'cause they
Well,
overwhelming.
because
keep
so
adding
many
shit. and you're
Yeah,
like,
they have busy work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like fetch quests and collectibles.
Bring this
and,
cat a fish.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Get your own damn
Oh, girl.
fish.
Fucking A.
Find a fish.
Find a fish.
Hey crew, I
Hi.
has specific questions for each of you.
Oh, shit.
boy.
Oh.
Feel free to pick any that seem fun for the group or none. Steimer,
Yeah.
seeing as Monkey Island was extremely important to your early gaming years, I wonder what insult from the sword fighting, if any, did you find especially satisfying or funny? Britt, in Divinity 2, does whiskey help with the constant frustration that is necrofire? Because holy guacamole, I need to count to 10 whenever some crops up. Andrea, when do you sleep, for fuck's sake? Love all the content. Keep up the great work. Emma Acorn.
Yeah, that's a good question. When do you sleep?
What is sleep anymore?
Because I
what
get
is sleep?
notifications on my Apple Watch at like 3 a.m. It's like Andrew Renee finished a workout, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Listen,
Girl.
like, when your heart is racing from getting back into Paragon, it's a thing.
Oh.
Doesn't that leave soon though?
It leaves on
Tomorrow.
Friday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're going to play that during the after hours stream. That's the
Oh,
plan.
we are.
That's the
Yeah,
plan.
that's what Britt said. She wanted to
Yeah.
play it during the after hour
She only
stream.
has 2 more days to
A
play
farewell
this
to
game.
Paragon.
Yeah, because it goes offline. It goes offline Friday morning at like 6 a.m. or something,
Rip in
5
peace.
a.m. And we're going to an event in Los Angeles on Thursday, and then we have the podcast tomorrow.
Yarr.
Tonight.
It's a busy.
So, but I'm
week.
planning after we're done recording the podcast, I'll probably stream.
Whiskey does help with the necrofire. I prefer not to talk about the necrofire because it is a very big point of frustration because it's frustrating as fuck. It's fire that is infused with a necro. Whoa, okay.
A necro.
Never
Oh,
mind. Let's
all
move
right.
on.
Anyways.
Deathfire.
The only one that I actually remembered without looking up was the insult about like you felt like a dairy farmer. How appropriate. You felt like a cow. And that's the only one I actually remembered, and I think it's just because it was weird. So like no, like those. I thought it was a clever mechanic because when I was like, oh fuck, I got to sword fight these people. I'm not a combat person. I'm an adventure
I'm
girl.
not a combat person.
and then the way they did it, I was like, oh okay, that's pretty funny actually.
Oh, that fan. Feels so good.
So good.
Calf Dog wants to know, we always talk about our favorite games, but what are some of the worst games you've played? Well, Kathy, the reason we talk about our favorite games is because we like talking about stuff that we like,
True.
not talking about stuff that ain't good.
I mean, if you want to go back and look at IGN, my old reviews, I'm sure there's one I think I gave a 2.
Wait, really?
Ooh,
It was some
That's
Rudolph
real
game.
bad. That
The
sounds like
lowest-
Some rough.
the lowest I've given was I think a 4.
Oh no, I used that whole scale, girl.
I was nice a little bit. It was it was some janky ass weeb game called Time and Eternity.
Huh.
That was like the concept was really cool. It was a girl. You play it as like this guy married to this girl, but she had 2 personalities living inside her, and one was sweet and one was fucking shitty and awesome.
Okay.
shitty and awesome.
And throughout the game, she would switch, and you would romance each personality. And then supposedly at the end, you would have to choose which personality to like stay. And you were like, she was a princess or some garbage, and you were fighting your way across this really shitty land. And it was poorly designed, very bad. Like it was basically like shipped half done. Dialogue was really like pervy and weird, and none of the choices amounted to anything. And it was just like a giant flaming garbage pile of doo doo. I gave it a 4 because it looks kind of pretty.
I'm trying to think. The earliest game I remember playing that I didn't like was Orphan Scion of Sorcery or something on PlayStation 2.
You would play something like that.
I didn't know it. I thought the guy on the cover was hot, and I'm like, all right,
Like,
cute
hell
anime boy.
yeah,
And then I remember
boy.
being really
Husbando material.
recently though. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutants in Manhattan. That was a couple years ago. That was a big fat disappointment of a game. I was really sad by it.
Thanks, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
You answered.
I'm just
like,
giving
that's
into
right.
it now. Were there orphans?
Oh, we're no.
Wait, what?
Isn't that in the title?
Were there orphans? Were there orphans?
No, I don't think so.
Were there scions?
Was there sorcery? No, I played this game when I was like 13. I don't remember anything about it, except
Okay.
for it was really disappointing. But did you play Mutants in Manhattan?
Oh,
Mutant-
yeah,
that was
real
real
poopy.
poopy. That was real poopy.
It was poopy.
That was real poopy.
that was bad.
Yeah. That was
We have
real
a
bad.
Google Doc now.
Yeah.
It's a form for the questions, so that's
So I don't have to like furiously type them all down.
Dang.
Yeah.
This was
Technology.
suggested 2 streams ago, I think.
No, I think a bit.
It took us almost
maybe
a
it was,
year.
Maybe it was, yeah.
Took us almost a year,
It's
but we
few.
figured it out.
Yeah.
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 You've been gone, Alex Ray.
I know.
We will do.
Um.
too.
Okay. Next question. Will the Warden and Alistair finally reunite in Dragon Age 4?
No.
Also, DA4T's tweet height, says Jennifer McNichol. So if you were watching my Twitter feed, you saw me retweet Mark Dara from BioWare, where he was like, cough, redacted DA4, cough. I'm executive producer of both Anthem and this redacted thing, which is cough, Dragon Age 4, cough.
Coffee, cough, egg, cough.
So we
Wow.
all knew that Dragon Age was in the works. I don't think we knew that it was Dragon Age 4 versus
we
like
did.
Dragon Age colon some kind
I
of
don't know that
word.
that's
Dragon
the
Age
final
colon
title.
orphan scion of sorcery.
It's true. We
Manhattan.
don't know if that's the final title.
Yeah, I think it's just more of like it's the
It's
fourth
the
one
same
in the
thing.
series.
Yeah. All I know is if Alistair's back in this, he needs to have his hair. He needs to have
He
his
needs to have his
face
face
fixed. Yeah,
fixed.
his face needs to be fixed real bad.
And there's no, and I regret to inform you that no, they will never bring like the warden and Alistair
Hero
will never
Ferelden.
be in the same room because they can't do that.
but aren't they technically still together if you married them
Yes.
in Origins?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they
I just
can't
meant like you
import
won't
them in.
visually see that
Unless they do what they did in Inquisition, where you create your Dragon Age 2 character, you create your hero
Your origin
Ferelden,
characters?
yeah, the hero of Ferelden, and you bring them into DA4.
you can. It's just a lot of
Yeah.
character shit to do.
That's another series that needs a remake.
What
Dragon Age.
does it?
Does it?
Yeah. Yeah. I want to play it on PS4.
Oh, you just mean like?
Oh, you mean
want
like
it.
a
Okay.
collection?
Oh yeah, I would take a remaster, but I would like a remake.
Mm-hmm,
But I would take a remaster.
I just want that game so
I
bad.
just
That'd be
want,
smart.
I would rather have 4 over that over a remake.
That'd be smart.
Sure.
Give me the news.
I gotta know what happens with Egghead.
Mr. Egg. I did think it was really funny that BioWare tweeted around God of War's release about like, hey, do you think Kratos could come take care of this elven god we've got? And I was like, that's
I missed
amazing.
that.
You didn't see it?
No.
It was really funny.
Wow, such FOMO.
And I was like, LOL.
That beard, man.
Kratos
Um,
killing Egg would be amazing.
I'd love that
Be hilarious.
so much.
and him just like
He
grunting
just like
every
shows
5
up randomly,
seconds.
and you're like, what the fuck?
Boy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much the grunting in God of War annoyed me until my boyfriend started doing it intentionally on purpose after we played the game.
Really?
And now every time
didn't even
Kratos
notice.
grunts, all my hair stands on it.
I don't even know.
I've never noticed the grunting.
I think it's just because your boyfriend was doing it. Because
Yeah,
like,
he's a
there's
dick.
no one doing it at my house, and like
John
it's fine.
doesn't grunt in the style of Kratos. No.
Oh.
Well, we were all playing it, so I'm playing it with 2 other people. So it's been slow going because we all have to be home to play it.
Oh, okay.
This,
Oh,
this
hell
is
no.
bullshit. You should forge
Yeah,
on
that's
ahead.
dumb.
I know, but
It's a bad system.
Kind of like how you're playing. How
Mostly
because
because I need that.
Right?
Mostly because I need that
Yeah.
disc back.
oh yeah. Sorry. I do have that disc. I just now notice like every turn or every whatever, he'll just be like,
You know what? I still need to look up. I don't know who Troy and
What are you
Nolan
doing?
are in the game.
Wait, what?
I don't know who Troy and Nolan are in the game.
I don't either.
And like, so which is incredible. I actually kind of want to see if this is somewhere.
Do you
on the
think
internet.
Do you think they're the dwarf brothers?
I don't know. If they were, that'd be amazing. Maybe it's on his
so much
IMDb now.
grunting.
Let's see, let's check it out.
Maybe they're
shall we?
maybe they're just some of the lost souls or whatever.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't recognize. Like usually,
Because
you
there's
can
very
recognize them.
few NPCs in this game.
Right.
I'm not very far.
There are very few NPCs.
Yeah.
Okay.
We say no more.
How far are you?
Like 6-7 hours.
What?
Yeah, I know.
What's the last story thing you did? If she's only 6 or 7 hours in, it can't possibly be a spoiler for people on the stream, right?
No, it can be.
Yeah, they may not have played it.
He's-
yet.
the world?
oh.
But we just woke up the world dragon.
The world serpent?
Yeah.
Oh, you're real early then.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
I might just play it on another PlayStation and not tell them.
Yep, that sounds good. That sounds like the right call. Make a separate save file, upload it to the cloud, and then continue
And
on.
then hide it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hide it.
You should totally do that because like, fuck waiting for other people.
Okay, next question. If you had to live in any game world, which would it be and why? Asked Darren.
They're all terrible, and the
Yeah.
world's always ending in them.
They are all terrible.
I've pondered this question for the majority of my life. So, the first game world I ever wanted to live in was Mario World because I
You're just like, hey, it's all
The
colorful.
2D one or the 3D one?
Super Mario World 2D one because I was
Okay.
a fool and it's like okay that'd be a very boring world.
Fair.
But I used to like
At least
I
it's
used to
relatively safe.
LARP in my backyard that I was like jumping over Goombas and it was awesome. And then I always thought Ocarina of Time because it's like that's a game that's very near and dear to me and I would know that place like the back of my hand. I'd never
Ganon's
get
trying to,
lost.
like, destroy
But
the
shit
universe.
is so fucked up in Ocarina of Time.
It really is, unless it's yeah, it really is. But then here's the other one, Resident Evil.
No, why?
Even more
no,
fucked up.
No,
Fuck.
no. You crazy person.
Do you have a death wish?
Yeah, I think Brittany secretly
oh my
hates herself.
God.
I know. Listen, I just want to experience a zombie apocalypse. I feel like I prepared for it my whole entire life.
Why?
No, I don't want to die. Like if I could live in an alternate universe for like a couple years of my life.
Couple years?
To experience the zombie apocalypse, I'm pretty sure like
You will
Death
be
is
at
part of
risk
that.
for death
No,
constantly.
I will survive.
99.9% of zombie apocalypse
I will
survivors
keep all
don't
the
survive.
zombies alive.
Okay, no, because we had this argument. It was at the Women's Day thing, and there was a guy who looked like a zombie, and then I was like, "We need
What?
to leave immediately."
Oh.
Because I'm like, we need to get out of San Francisco. Like, if that's
No.
patient
Oh, yeah,
zero,
talk-
we need to get out of the city. And she was like, no, we should go to a hotel room and lock ourselves in. I was like, hell no,
No.
girl. You get away from all the people.
No, it depends. Steimer, this is get real deep because it
What?
depends on what kind of zombies we're talking about. Are we talking about the slow?
It doesn't matter. You
Oh,
want to get away
absolutely.
from a massive population.
What?
New Donk City, Jessica, not a bad idea.
That's at least.
I would want to live in the world of Fat Princess so I could just eat cake.
cake.
Ooh.
And like you lose weight
Pretty
really fast
solid.
there too. It's like you gain weight and lose weight very quickly.
I want to live in the
Pretty
chocolate
solid.
room in Willy Wonka, where everything is
Ah.
edible.
That'd be great.
Also kind of a fucked up place.
Yeah,
Super
but like,
fucked up, but I would go to Willy Wonka's Chocolate
that'd be
Factory.
awesome. Oh, I would
Yeah.
totally go.
Hell yeah.
I don't want
I
to live
can't think- I
anywhere.
don't wanna
All
pick a
games
wor-
are
like, I
scary.
just-
You don't want
Yeah,
to live in
okay.
Kingdom Hearts?
Kingdom Hearts is the most fucked up of all of them.
That's
It is
true.
so fucked up.
What about Stardew Valley?
Oh, that might be nice.
That would be relaxing,
Except
but
everyone
boring.
in that fucking town is
Boring.
a lazy asshole.
Yeah.
It's true, and they all say the same shit.
And when you get married,
Over
they're
and
just
over
a
again.
bunch of buttheads.
Okay, listen. People are defending Steimer. I'm not saying Steimer's wrong, but this is a very passionate deal to me. Okay,
Steamer.
if you see
Find a boat.
steamer, if you see one zombie, how do you know that there's not a bunch of them? And if you're trying to get out of the city, you don't. Anyway.
You were like, we're waiting for help, and I'm like, I would never wait for help because it ain't coming.
You are the help.
Yeah, exactly.
Also,
haven't you played
also
a video
Miss
game?
Zombie Apocalypse Scholar? Like, we would all probably be like, Brittany, what do we do now?
I would do so. You have to do some recon. You can't make hasty decisions. Now, is it rush hour? Is it like because if people are trying to get out of city during GDC, it's gonna be packed.
Take
and
the train, man.
And if you get stuck, you do not want to be
hijack a car.
If one person has the plague, I can guarantee you
That's
someone
true,
on
you
that
don't wanna
goddamn
be on the
train has.
That's true. That's fair. That's a fair point.
Right?
Have you guys? So I know you have because you're on the sport, but I've definitely had thoughts before. This was actually when I was living in San Francisco. I was like, I want to build a bug out bag, but not for but for like if the zombie apocalypse happens. Like I just want to build like a survival pack that if shit's going down, you just grab it and go.
My cousin made me one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, legit.
I have one too.
You have a bug out bag?
Well, mostly bug out bag.
We have like an earthquake.
It was
kit.
mostly me repurposing a lot of stuff that came in the Fortnite backpack.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my God.
That's a good idea.
Did you
forgot
guys
about
watch
that.
my Fortnite backpack on unboxing
The
video?
poncho. I picked the best thumbnail for that ever.
If you missed it, it's on the YouTube channel. Go back. It's under What's Good Clips, I believe.
That
I
are
feel
cool
like I need
stuff
to get
or
like a
something.
big
but-
military duffel bag and fill
Yeah,
it with shit.
and it has to be camel print.
Go.
What?
No, it does. It's military.
What's good, ladies? I was wondering if you could suggest some good co-op games my fiance and I could play. I mainly play action adventure RPGs and FPS, so don't really know where to look. We've played some of the Lego games, but don't want to get burnt out on them. Love the podcast. Keep up the awesome job, Danny.
I know what Brittany's gonna say.
What am I gonna
Divinity Original
Yes,
Sin.
that's absolutely what I'm gonna say. That's a great RPG to play with people.
Well, if you want something lighter, I really like Kirby Star Allies.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's
I'm
a
playing that
fun-
with my dad right now. Yeah,
it's a
that's
fun
really
co-op
cute.
game for when you just don't want to fucking think about anything, but want to play a game with somebody.
Mhm.
Good.
I would say if you like FPS, the Borderlands series is really fun to play together.
Halo.
You
Yeah.
do kind of need two PS4s or
Yeah.
Xbox Ones
Yeah.
to play because there's no split screen. But
There is split screen. The UI is just real bad.
terrible.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. But those are really fun, and it's a good way to get somebody who isn't in FPS. Maybe they'll be interested in FPS because it's a pretty nice entry level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun like first person shooter slash
Because you can
RPG.
carry your
with-
teammates pretty
and also,
easily
like,
there because they don't have like
fun
level
loot.
restrictions.
The Halo Master Chief Collection is also super great. That's a really fun one. Orcs Must Die is a really good co-op game too. That's PC only, and that's tower defensey, and that's really fun. There's a lot.
The Lara Croft games,
Who?
that you can do
Did you
the
say
top.
Lara.
Yeah, Lara.
Lara.
Who?
Lara. Oh yeah,
Lara.
my friend's name is Lara. Why did I say Lara?
Hey, you know what? It's fine.
Is this like your
I did a
bagel
whole
bagel
bit
thing?
about this on GameStop TV. Lara. Oh my gosh. what?
Laura.
Lara. Lara.
Lara.
Is this like
Laura.
the bagel bagel
Laura.
situation?
It's Laura.
Bagel and bagel.
It's Laura. It's definitely
It's
Laura.
Laura, you guys.
Laura, you guys.
Laura.
There's that.
Let me
side
look
of
at the name
you.
of this.
Laura.
I also just played A Way Out. That was cute.
Oh my god, that
It's cute.
I haven't played it.
I have thoughts about it. I haven't talked about
Don't
it.
tell me yet. Cause I
Wait,
want to
let me look
play.
up what the name of this thing.
Oh,
It's the
those are great games. I know you're talking the top down, right?
The top down ones.
I can't remember.
Tomb Raider and like the
Lara Croft, the Temple of
Oh.
Osiris. Is that one of them?
yeah,
Yes.
the curse, the temple.
I know
of
what you're
Osiris?
talking
Is it
about.
Temple
It's the
or
Curse
Yeah,
of
it's the temple.
Osiris.
No, it's the
Temple.
temple. The
Oh.
Curse of Osiris is
Temple.
the Destiny
And
expansion.
there's another one too.
Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris. That is a great co-op game.
Mm-hmm.
Yar.
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 There's
Okay.
a lot.
I don't play a lot of
Next
co-op,
question.
I don't like playing with other people.
Have any tips for picking up controls and gameplay aspects quickly at events? Had my first guided demo at PAX East and it was a challenge. From Lewis Creech. Lewis, it never gets easier.
It never gets easier.
There's no
roll with it.
pro tips.
Learn to laugh at yourself.
You're gonna suck, and you're gonna get home. You're like, why am I so much better when I'm home? And then
Because
you,
there's no pressure.
there's no pressure. and-
Joe, I see you calling me a fake gamer girl in the chat.
We're gonna have words later.
Yeah, fake grammar girl. Yeah, it's always
Fake
kind of a
grammar girls.
So it's kind of a disaster. You have people behind you watching your every move. And what's kind of frustrating about that is sometimes devs can be great, and I love it when they just leave you alone. But other times you're trying to explore and figure this game out for yourself. And like, no, you can't do that. You have to go this way. And it's
Oh
like,
my god.
wanna-
I honestly, I
you
hate
get
having them over your
flustered.
shoulder.
yeah.
Because you're just like,
Oh my god.
just please go away. Don't
And they're
talk
like,
to me.
if you go over here, but if you do this, press that button, and I'm like, no, bitch.
I'm like,
I just
how about
want
you
to
just
play.
let me play the game?
Yeah.
They're like, okay, RB does this, X does this, and I'm like, I can't remember all this. I have to go in and get hands on.
Just
and
give us
yeah.
the little sheets that like
Yeah.
show you what everything does, so you don't have to keep going to the menu. And leave us alone.
Yes, Andrew, I know I said that Pokemon wrong. Alexa, how do you say that?
Which one?
See Andrew's comment.
Lapras.
You say
Lapras.
Lapras. I say Lapras. I don't know where I got that from. Probably when I was
That's the face I made.
No, okay, you didn't know if you were saying it right or wrong, Andrew. You didn't know
I
any
got
better.
Lapras.
I
It's
knew that I was right.
Lapras.
Okay, Charmander.
Lapras.
Hey,
Lapras
Hey,
sounds like
her
some
name-
shit Andrew
her
would
name
pick up
is
at Chandon,
Cher,
girl.
okay? Not chair.
Oh, I'll get a bottle of the Lapras.
I'll get a bottle of Lapras.
What if-
I know. It's something I hair lipped when I was a young kid, and it just stuck in my head. I don't know what happened.
What if there was like a Charmander
And then
evolution, like an evolution, but a Charmander, and it was
Turns into a
Charmander, and it
Charmander.
had like bubbles of champagne instead of fire.
That'd be awesome. Hey, they might have to. They
Shamander.
might have to.
Shamander.
Shamander. They might have to. I don't know
Shampander.
if the rumors are true.
Who
that
knows?
Jen-
There's like 20 billion more Pokemon games coming out in our lifetime.
Girl,
They
I
need
know
some
that's what I was
ideas.
saying the last show. I'm like, we have over 800 Pokemon. The rumor is the next one's gonna have Gen 8, and it's like, what the fuck?
It better.
What are they gonna make? Oh, you want new Pokemon?
I mean, like, you can't put out a new Pokemon and not have new Pokemon. There are already too many, but let's be real here.
Can we just weed out some of the other ones? Somebody tweeted to us a Pokemon that looks like a key ring.
Yeah, that exists.
Klefki?
really?
Yeah.
Is that the name of it?
Yeah. I'll show
Oh
you.
my
And
And then
God.
there's a sword and a garbage pile and a bigger
Sand
garbage
castle,
pile and
an
a
ice
sand
cream.
castle.
The
An ice
sandcastle
cream.
immortalized in a postcard. Molly's, while you guys are looking that up, Molly's make good question.
Mm-hmm.
Since people are saying God of War is the game of the generation, what other games this gen do you think compete with that spot?
Red Dead Redemption.
For sure.
Last of Us.
Last of Us.
You're talking about Red Dead Redemption, the one that came
Two.
out on PS3 and Xbox 360?
No,
'Cause
Red
that's
Dead
not this
Redemption 2.
generation.
Well, the game's not out yet.
Oh, they're talking about the games that have come out yet. I missed.
No,
I missed.
I
it.
think
meant, like, what
Horizon-
other games are on like that scale that from this generation?
What do you think from this generation? So there's
Horizon.
PS4 and Xbox One generation that are competing.
that.
for
That's
game of the
already,
generation.
Horizon.
already out. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say Horizon is definitely up there.
Mm-hmm.
That.
Trying to think of what on Xbox.
Sunset
I
Overdrive.
love you, Xbox. No, it's not.
It's so good, though.
Sunset Overdrive was very fun.
Breath of the Wild.
But
Yeah,
it's
Ozzy,
not-
you're kind of right. That's definitely going to be a big one.
Yeah,
For
Breath
me,
of the
no,
Wild
but
is in
yeah.
there for sure.
No other. It's been a very long time. I think the last game that made me feel the way God of War made me feel
God of War.
was The Last of Us. And that was a
Yeah.
long
That
time
was
ago.
that was previous gen though.
I know. So
Oh,
I'm trying to think. What I'm
I
saying
came
thought
out
the
on
remaster-
PS3.
right. So I'm
okay.
saying I can't remember
That's
that like a
true.
game that's as good.
Witcher 3 people. Yeah, that's true.
Witcher 3 is a great
Yeah,
one.
Witcher
Yeah,
3.
good
Mhm.
suggestion.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot all the video
it's
games.
a league of its own.
right?
It's hard to compare other games.
A league of their own.
What's sad is that like nothing from Xbox is immediately jumping out because I think
No.
about Halo 5.
I just think their stuff's too repetitive at this point. Like even if they're like a Halo 6, I'm like, what? Like it's just for me, it's kind of like getting another Mario game where you're like,
That's a game that could use a reboot. Halo.
yeah,
Oh.
I would agree with that.
Reboot it as a something else.
As
Yeah.
something else.
I like
An
the Master
RPG.
Chief as a character, and I like his
Mr. Cheeps.
like dynamic with Cortana, and
A
I like
new
some of these
narrative
surrounding
experience
characters and the
starring
alien
Master
invasion, blah blah blah. But like,
Mm-hmm.
it's getting a little samey.
Mm-hmm.
Inquisition is also a good one. Dragon Age Inquisition.
I love Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't know that I'd put it on that level.
Chris, get out of here with Shenmue 3.
Oh my god, that
Aw.
game's never coming out for real.
I
Bye, Shenmue.
would have to take a look at a list.
Yeah.
That's a good question, Molly.
Yes.
This one.
This
When you guys were in high school or college, who did you like the most, Brittany or Christina? Also, can Brittany say it's Brittany bitch on a future podcast when she introduces herself?
Yes, absolutely.
This is also unattributed, but this is a great question.
For a second, I
um,
was like, Christine and I? I'm
Yeah,
like,
no,
what?
I thought so too. I was like, for a second, I was like, what?
yeah, I was waiting for that question to go in a totally different direction.
I was like, we didn't know each other in high school.
I
But
knew.
It's Brittany bitch used to be my voicemail.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And then I got an adult job. Not an adult job, a grown up job. And I couldn't have that
But
anymore.
now
An
she doesn't have a
adult
grown-up
working
job anymore,
job.
so she could change it
I
back.
should.
It's Brittany, bitch.
I was a Britney fan.
I was. A
Yeah,
Britney
I was a
fan.
diehard
Yeah.
Britney fan.
Britney.
I
I
like
liked both,
Christina's
yeah.
music. I think she's very talented. but
her
like
voice, I think trumps Britney's voice, but
Oh,
Britney's more of
100%,
a
yes.
entertainer. I feel
Mhm.
like the dancing and.
I went to the Britney show in Vegas.
Oh, I didn't go to that.
Where?
In Vegas, her residency in Vegas.
Vegas.
Vegas. Was it so good?
Oh, it's so good, you guys. I danced the whole time. So I went with John and Nick Chester. We went at
Oh,
Dice
boy.
like 2-3 years ago. Like it was like the first year of her residency. And we got tickets on a Tuesday night, and the three of us went, and we sat down, and I had like 2 little mini bottles of Moet champagne. I was ready to go.
Yeah, girl.
And the guy next to me was like, girl, I just want you to know I'm going to sing every single word this show, and I hope that's
Yes.
okay with you.
Yes.
And he was by himself, and I was like,
I will sing with you.
Absolutely. And they
Yes.
were like, she found a fucking babysitter for the show. They were just like kept to themselves, John and Nick did. And me and this guy just danced. We didn't sit down the whole show.
Nice.
That sounds
Sang
so
and danced the
fun.
whole show. So good. So if you're ever in Vegas,
Is she still? She's done, right?
no, not yet.
No, I think she's still going.
Yeah.
She's still there.
I check out tour dates because that was something I
It's
saw
not a
Backstreet
tour,
Boys.
it's
I'm
a
like, now I just got to see
residency.
Britney Spears.
Oh, like Backstreet Boys, I'm sure was good, but like Britney's show is.
oh, 100%. I can imagine that.
It's snap worthy.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys ever felt so invested in a game that you find it hard to quit? Obviously, this is mainly applies to multiplayer games with long-term progression systems. I found personally that I really only play a game or two at a time and tend to get very invested, says Tim from Ripped Gamers. Hi, Tim.
Tim.
Thanks for joining us this month. Good to see ya or hear from ya.
I would say
Don't forget Ripped Gamers on Facebook.
Any farming game for me. So Story of Seasons is kind of my thing. I have to pull myself away from those games. It gets to the point where I see vegetables at like Safeway, and I'm like, I bet if I give everybody in here a vegetable, they'll like me more. Because that's how it works in the game. Give people a turnip. Like I could give Alexa Ray a turnip, and her affection toward me would go up by like 5 points.
I wish,
love
that, I wish
turnips.
that was real life.
See?
Wouldn't
So-
that-
fucking
wouldn't that
love
be
turnips.
amazing?
Yeah. So a joke, because I would give people walnuts in the game.
Yeah, right.
And Jason would watch me play, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm giving this person a walnut. He's like, why would you do that? I'm like, because they'll like me more. And he's like, oh. So I literally bought a
A
bag
single
of
walnut.
Yeah, single walnut. Every day it would grow every few days. So I bought a bag of
You only
walnuts.
get one giant
and every
walnut the size
day
of your head.
I would give Jason a walnut so he'd like me more.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
Hector says that Britney finished in Vegas.
Yeah, I saw
Oh.
that.
Oh.
No. Maybe she'll come back. For me, it's definitely Destiny.
Really?
So invested that I find it hard to quit.
But even though you're so mad at it.
Long-term progression systems.
I
Makes
don't
me
think
so
that
mad.
has any long-term progression systems, which is why it sucks. But
Well, they're
My-
adding some, but it's kind of like, why now?
yeah,
3 years in.
I get really invested in MMOs, but there's I always can pull myself out. Granted, it might be like 4-6 months later, but like there's always that point. I always hit a point with games where I'm like, and I'm done. Like I don't know what the trigger is, but it's just like I don't need to play this anymore. But I put over 1,000 hours into Guild Wars 2, so I think it's close to 1,200, which is sad.
I think
It's crazy.
for me also in farming games, I lose interest as soon as everybody loves me. It's like, okay. And
You're like, I've won your affection.
As
You
soon
are
as-
worthless to
as
me.
soon as everyone in the town loves me, as soon as I have the most upgraded house and all the cows and the chickens, and I'm like, all right, there's nothing more to be done here. And then I'm
yeah, no, I
Everyone's
think
calling you out for Paragon.
Yes, I see this. So listen, like here, so invested you find it hard to quit. I didn't want to quit.
It's quitting
Paragon.
for
It's
her,
quitting
okay? It's
her.
quitting for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, I wanted Paragon to keep going, and after jumping back in last night with
it's like when
with
someone breaks up
Brittany,
with you.
I was like, oh God, I'm so sad. This is going away.
yeah.
You're like, no, I'm not ready for this relationship to be over. And they're like, yeah, I don't want to see you anymore.
Sorry, bye.
Goodbye forever.
Bye.
They're breaking
my
up
God.
with me, you guys.
Goodbye forever, Paragon.
Wait, are you breaking up with me?
Is that what this conversation is?
Alexa
Yep.
Ray,
What?
what's your answer?
Do I have one?
Yes, you gotta have one,
Probably.
right? A game you're so invested that you find it hard to quit. Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it's Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I just keep playing all of this shit. And all of the new cutscenes that make me want to lay down on the floor and die.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
No, it's
I will
true.
play that game for the next 2 years, and I don't know why.
I will continue playing it as long as they're putting out content. I will play that damn game.
I liked it the way when it came out. I liked it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
This is a good game. I'm gonna move on with my life.
Nope.
2016. We are in year 2 of Final Fantasy 15.
And it's not stopping.
thing I never thought I'd say, and like I don't know. It's just weird.
I
Did
feel
you
like
say that you'd never see it coming?
Yep.
I feel like we were just laughing about comrades. Remember that?
Oh my god.
When
We
it
were
was
like,
announced? We were
oh,
like, that's
comrades.
funny.
And then we played it, and it
And
was
I-
derpy.
Well, I put a lot. I put like probably 30 hours in a comrades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you finish?
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
Yeah, girl.
Will
you finish?
Pokemon for Nintendo Switch release this fall? Asks
No.
Edgar.
No.
Nah,
No.
too soon. Next year. I missed the Boston lineup. Any chance for another East Coast meetup? Probably not until next year.
PAX.
There's an outside chance, a slim chance of me potentially organizing something at New York Comic Con, but no promises.
Ooh.
It's a very outside small chance. And of course, it's not until this fall. We have lots of time to update you later, but sadly, probably not. Happy almost anniversary, says Michael. Any special plans for next month's celebration stream? We're still working on those. They are a work in progress. I'm sorry, I don't have more answers for you. Can I get the P.O. box to send you UK food and snacks? Anything in particular you'd like to try? Please note you will be getting Marmite, says Joe. Joe, don't
No,
send
we
Marmite.
don't want Marmite.
It's
Yes,
on
you can-
what'sgoodgames.com.
Yeah, you can find our mailing address on the website.
What'sgoodgames.com/contact.
Keep the Marmite, but send me orange Tic Tacs.
We can get
What?
orange Tic Tacs here.
No, it's different in Europe.
Oh.
What?
Why are they
They're
different?
They're different. And number one, they aren't actually orange. The box is tinted orange, but the Tic Tacs are white. The orange flavor is better.
Lies. Lie
me, everybody.
text. Lies.
No,
Are
legit.
you
I've
okay?
like
Can I give you
similar
CPR?
to the Mexican Cheetos.
Well,
When I've gone to the UK, I've been known to bring back several
Many
packages-
Tic Tacs.
Many Tic Tacs.
The way you're like, I've been known
I've
to
been
bring
known,
back several-
I've been known, love, to bring back many Tic Tacs.
Cheerio.
I don't know what this accent is.
Fine.
Carl asked the E3 question. I don't know if this counts as the same question, but what are y'all looking forward to most of all at E3? I think that question is going to be a little hard to answer since we don't know all of what's going to be
I mean,
there,
everyone
but
knows my damn answer, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna keep it to myself.
She wants to see more of Goofy as a monster.
Yes.
clearly.
Yes,
I
she would
want to
like
die,
that to
no.
be on the side of the figure.
Steimer, do you
No.
have a one-word answer?
Oh my god.
Or
If that's
Wouldn't
if
that
that
be
fucking
hilarious?
happens, I will
Wait, I
lose my
missed it.
goddamn
I
mind.
said that Goofy's on the side.
I
of the
will
fig.
leave this city. I
Like,
will not
it's
come
just a
back.
giant mural of.
I will not come back. Absolutely not.
So for those of you who haven't seen the Fig before at E3, it's a huge fucking tall ass building, and every year there's like some epic advertisement on it. And Steimer just said that Goofy will be on
It
that
would
building.
be amazing. I
No.
I don't know. It's one of those things where I like to go into E3 like just being like, whoa, like surprised me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Anthem.
Yeah,
I
that's
want
a
to
good
see
one.
more from Anthem.
I want to see all of the things.
And I would like to see something from Beyond Good and Evil 2 outside of this another tech or CG trailer.
Yeah,
Another game that is also never coming out.
That's true.
it's
never
gonna
coming.
come out when we all die.
Okay, who
Yeah,
burped?
we'll be dead.
Me, sorry.
That's fine.
It was my
I
fault.
was just wondering. It's all good.
I tried to burp.
Can I buy a WGG pin from your guys' store? Not yet. We're working on that. My game is my dream game is a new AAA Harry Potter open world game. Oh my god, you read my mind. How likely is this, and when do you think it will come?
0.
Asks question person.
No, because Niantic has a license right now.
Niantic has the whole,
No,
not the whole
no.
license.
They don't have-
Niantic and Jam City are both making two different ones.
There's-
There's
they
a
only have
whole
the
Harry
mobile
Potter
license.
division. They have the mobile
and
license.
and then there's the
The Pottermore is
Pot-
thing is the
Buy
name
one.
of
Well,
it.
then there's a
It's called
whole other
Portkey.
division. There's a whole other division just for Harry Potter games. So I feel like one is possible, but I don't know that
I don't know that it'll
someone
be
would
good.
do it when mobile is clearly the highest, most
Mobile's gonna
lucrative
make the most
market right
monies.
now.
It's
I mean, it'd be
disappointing.
amazing.
But it would be like to have a bully style Harry Potter game would
Or
be
like a
fucking cool.
Dragon Age Inquisition style Harry Potter where you're in the school fucking other
I
people.
want an open world Dragon Ball Z.
Squad
game.
base. You can go in with your wizard pals.
I want,
Yeah,
I
you
want
form
one where you can
squads.
like pick a school and it's different. And that will never happen because it's too complicated.
Like, so what
and
about an
too
open
much.
world Dragon Ball Z game? Like open world.
That would
like,
be so fucked up and amazing.
Right? Okay, I was like fucked up, but in a good way, right?
It would be really
That
fucked up,
would
but
be my
also
thing.
really good.
Like Dragon Ball Z was like sagas or something on the Game Boy Advance, like that, but 10 times better.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was not.
Did you finish the campaign for Fighters?
Mm-mm. Uh-oh.
So fucking weird.
Okay, we're getting to the end of the stream.
What's happening, Mom?
I was
just
coughing, and I
coughing.
thought I was gonna burp again. I didn't want the fan to blow it in Brittany's face. You know, I was being a cautious and kind friend. Okay, have you played Tekken's Final Fantasy 15 DLC, Alexa?
Yes.
What?
Fucking weird.
Tekken has a Final Fantasy.
Noctis got added to the game
Oh my God,
as a
there's so
playable
many
character. He is definitely Noctis.
Yeah?
It's
Does he,
for sure
complain?
Noctis.
Does he complain and want to go fishing all that?
His like little grunty noises.
Right.
No, it's cool. Like you're Noctis in another game. It's very strange for me to
pretending
see
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that game.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Alexa wasn't there for the farewell spoiler cast. Can we get her thoughts? And that'll be the last thing for this Q&A.
Life is Strange.
Oh, okay. I did play this. I thought it was very bittersweet. And I don't know. Like, I feel like I really, after watching Farewell, I really hope that Life is Strange 2 is not about Chloe and Max. I hope it's about someone else.
They said it wasn't. They said it was new
Oh, good.
characters.
Well, yay, I
Good.
get my wish. Hooray!
Yeah, there's no way they could, like, that's done. That story's super done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, they did say that, right? Or am I making that up?
I you might be making it up. I don't know. I've been in a
I
hole for 3
imagine.
months, so if
Let
they
me
said
look.
it in the past 3
Yeah,
months,
I
I don't
mean,
know.
Not that they did.
I've assumed.
But why would they do a farewell episode if it wasn't? I thought
Well,
that's when
yeah.
they
And
announced
I mean, that
this.
story is
I
kinda
thought it
done.
was.
Yeah,
I-
what else are you gonna
like,
do?
stories end. Like
Yeah.
a story has
Good
to end.
stories end.
You can't Final Fantasy 15 that shit for like 10 years. So like I feel like that was a good, of all the places they could end the story, they ended it with a flashback to the very beginning, and I felt like that was
Aw,
a
look
really
at the
good way.
comments.
Oh, you bitches.
What?
Thank you.
Oh.
Hi.
No, it says here in the wiki that Don't Nod was announced by Life is Strange 2 announcement video. A new Life is Strange game confirmed the team has been working on. It was said that Don't Nod is awaited to return with a new story and characters.
Okay, good.
In the release announcement. Before the Storm's farewell episode, stating at the end, "We now look forward to the coming months when Michael Koch and Raul Barbet's team at Don't Nod returns to present new story and characters of the next Life Strange." See, I didn't make it up, you guys.
You didn't.
She did not. No,
Yeah.
that's a good thing though. Yeah, that
That's
story's
the
done.
best.
I would love to see a story about some like angsty teenage boys.
Oh.
We got
Isn't that
angsty
Final
teenage
Fantasy
girls.
15?
Yeah.
So basically,
Those
Final Fantasy 15.
angsty teenage boys. They're not really teenagers. They're all like 21 and
They are.
over.
They're all
but don't
20
they
and
act
older.
like teenagers?
Yeah. I mean,
Kind of.
yeah.
Except Gladio, because he's hot and like does push-ups.
He's an adult.
he's hot and does push-ups.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a quick break. Reset. I'm gonna make the frosé.
Yes,
It's gonna be delicious.
I'm excited.
I have frozen rosé in the freezer specifically for this.
I came over for the alcohol mostly.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And when we come back, if you are part of our after hours tier, it's going to be great. We're going to have more chats with Alexa Ray,
Oh boy.
and we're going to have some frosé
And,
And-
Paragon?
and Paragon, I guess.
Yeah.
Rip. Goodbye forever, Paragon.
So what that means is that
Rip
you
in
guys can take more questions from chat, and we
Yeah.
can
Oh,
just
yeah.
chill
Hang and
and
chill.
we got
yeah,
this because
yeah.
we
And
know
that-
what's gonna happen. You're gonna get that gamer face on. You're gonna be dead to the world for an hour. But
that's
it's
probably
fine.
true.
It's fine.
The real question is can I get through a full match?
Can you even get in a match?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no!
We
That's
did
true.
have some issues last night, but we also were trying to play at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
What?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Go to bed.
We were up late.
We were up
Go
late.
to
It was
bed.
You're always up late.
I love bed.
Thank you so much for being part of our amazing Patreon community. We say this every month, and it's so true. And especially coming up on our 1-year anniversary and looking back on everything we've done over the last year and getting ready for our anniversary stream and talking about the future of where our Patreon is going. It's like you guys mean so much to us, and this is such a special time for us every month to be able to like have this interface with you and to take your questions. And we love you. I'm not gonna
We
get too
do.
emotional right now, but
No.
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's get
You guys
you
are
guys are
awesome.
great.
Emotional.
So
Emotional.
thank you so much for coming and joining us. If you can't make it to the other stream or if you're not part of the after hours tier, don't worry, we still love you. Thanks for joining us tonight. To everybody else, we'll see you in a little bit.
20-ish
And-
minutes, probably a little later.
Yeah,
On
have
brand.
a good one. I'm gonna awkwardly walk across the stream now.
Let's pretend like this
Wait,
isn't happening.
Slow motion. It's all a
Slow.
dream,
Oh my God.
guys.
Slow
No,
motion.
look,
This whole stream was
what's
a dream
what's
of the
amazing
faith
is
the
the
whole
Brio
time.
went out of focus when I said it's all a dream.
Oh my God,
So
it did
it's
go out.